It's Tebow. He's running all the way back to the left to the 5-yard line. Stretches it out. That's Anthony D. He gets out to the 25. He breaks another tackle to the 30, the 35, the 40, 50, the 45, the 40, 30, 25. There's nobody near him.
No flags.
What a play.
Anthony D goes the distance. D stands for distance. Come the Clippers. On the low block, kick out downtown. Yahtzee. By Landry, 0-0, 0-on-0. Caruso from downtown knocks down a triple.
Pitch. Face hit left field. Austin Souchecki gets it done.
In front of the goal mouth, they jump for it. The header finds the back of the net. Hadley Commode with a spectacular play.
Everybody, and welcome to Stellos Stadium in Nashua on a Sunday, June 8th of 2025 for the NFHS broadcast of this girls lacrosse semifinal, Division II. It'll be Merrimack versus Merrimack Valley. I'm John Collins along with Tom King. Tom, welcome to the NFHS network.
Yeah, it's my first NFHS game. I'm
got it all going way back to the WNDS days and TV Derry.
Way back. Yep. No, I'm very appreciative to do the game today with you, John Collins.
I know you covered a lot of Merrimack girls lacrosse.
Well, not a ton over the years because they've struggled and kind of had competitive teams and not so competitive. This is their first year in Division II. And I think they snuck in there by enrollment. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to play in this game. So they would have petitioned down and everything else. So that's how I saw it. But it worked because they have come into Division II, and they have basically somewhat dominated it, except for one team. The team that will probably end up playing in the finals, Winnicott.
That's the finals preview in the last regular season
That's
game,
the
right?
one team that they couldn't beat. So, but Merrimack, Katie Todd, this is her second year on the job. She's young, she's really organized and has everything, has done a great job with this team this year with all the different, surroundings that they've got. And in my mind, John, they played Merrimack Valley during the regular season. They beat them 16-6. The one thing that Merrimack can do is score, and score in bunches. They're up 4-0 on Hollis Brookline in the quarterfinals. They gave up 2 goals. It was a 4-2 half, and then all of a sudden the second half, that was it. They just dominated it, and just 5 straight here, 4 straight there.
Wow.
They just really put it on, and that's what they can do. They've got some players. Peyton Trapani is probably one of the better scorers around. She is very good. You also have to watch out. It's a team that's got some seniors, but it's also got a mix of freshmen in there too. Riley Taylor's a very good player.
Really?
And she's a
Okay.
freshman, for Merrimack. Ava Martin has been a constant. She's steady midfielder, a senior. That's what you want in your midfield. You want a midi. You want a midi to be experienced because they're the ones who have to do the job. So that's what Merrimack's got. Merrimack Valley, you know what? They're here. They've played a schedule, mostly up north, a little bit.
Right.
But they've done the best they could in Division II, and have been fairly successful over the years. Not powerful, but they're always in contention. And this is it's a good spot for them, and it'll be a challenge. The key in my mind is going to be the start of each half. That will set the tone in this game.
As they down on the field, they're introducing the players, getting set to start. The coach of the Merrimack Valley Pride girls lacrosse team is Kylie Yam, Y-A-M, assisted by Kevin Crutchfield and Danielle Wiley. Head coach of the Merrimack High Tomahawks is Katie Todd, assisted by Emily Parker and Brianna Shelley. We'll be playing 12-minute quarters in New Hampshire High School girls lacrosse. The Service Credit Union salutes our student athletes and the values they represent: teamwork, leadership, and dedication. Learn more about SCU's commitment to your community at serviceu.org. That's U, just the letter U.org. John Collins along with Tom King. Our producer of today's game and cameraman is Steve Cody, the highlight guy.
By the way, the reason we're playing this today instead of yesterday was not the weather. Merrimack Valley had graduation yesterday.
I thought it might be
and see, this is the problem.
And that reminds me, Tom, there was a semifinal yesterday in
Right,
this
there was.
bracket, right?
Right, and I believe Winnicott won that, didn't they?
20-7 over Timberlane.
Yeah, exactly.
The number one seed taking care of business.
Not surprising.
Yeah.
The problem, there have been so many changes in the schedule. Lots of changes. The NHIAA office has done a great job in keeping track of it all as they've been reported into them and getting them out to us so we know exactly when everything's played. But it's been, in my mind, a record number. And the reason is, by this time last year, almost everything was done. We're a week behind a year ago. And when you run into that, you're running into the graduations in the earlier rounds where there's more teams involved.
Wow.
So you're not talking about a select few where you can, kind of maneuver around a graduation. You got a ton of teams and a ton of schools that are graduating kids. For example, this week is
just remind me of Exeter going on today.
Right, exactly. Exeter was graduating today, and they had to get everything out of the stadium.
Oh, you mean
yesterday?
It was yesterday. Saturday they were going to graduate.
They were going to graduate Saturday, and they're graduating today. And then they're going to have the lacrosse semis after that. They didn't want anybody in there because they had to set up Saturday night and get all that done. So they couldn't have anybody come in there.
Yes.
So, it's
logistics.
We're running into a lot of problems.
Yeah, the ADs are earning their money right now.
Because Thanksgiving was late this year.
That too.
And so the football final for Division I,
everything got pushed.
Everything got pushed all the way through
It's got
the calendar.
NHL Stanley Cup playing the finals in the summer kind of feel to it. How they play hockey, it seems like into July. We're playing high school playoffs right into, close to July, it feels like, as we approach the official start of summer,
ideally,
June 21.
You'd like to get it all wrapped up before June hits double digits.
Exactly,
And they're just not able to do that this year, so we're going to go an extra week. It's going to be June 14th or 15th before everything is wrapped up. That's halfway through the month.
It is.
And I don't think that's ideal. And it's something that they have to, and I don't think they'll have that problem next year, but I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the calendar yet.
Well, we're doing this game, Merrimack hosting basically Merrimack Valley on June 8th, which is what we had to wait until to get a nice day. It was pretty rotten.
Well,
days,
lacrosse was played yesterday.
Yeah,
because
wasn't
they were
that
able to do it
monsoon?
because even in the monsoon they have fields like this. And now we will have our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, save us that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Pretty good turnout here at Stello Stadium on a Sunday afternoon where there's so much going on all over the place. Well, I'm thinking more of the Merrimack Valley fans, Tom. He's giving me a face that traveled quite a bit to be here on a Sunday to support their team.
Not often they're in the semifinals.
That's true,
so
right? Yeah.
It's a big deal for them. And
You mentioned how Merrimack kind of moved down from Division One and is doing well in Division Two. That reminds me of Wyndham, right? They won the state title in Division Two last year. They were the state champions.
They're replacing Wyndham, basically.
They're replacing Wyndham,
so.
and Wyndham had a tough time in Division One, as you might imagine. I believe they went something like.
Well, here's a little history.
6 wins.
Everybody in Division Two breathed a sigh of relief when Portsmouth moved up to 1 because Portsmouth had just dominated D2.
Yeah.
And they're dominating D1
D1
right now.
That's
right?
unusual,
Exactly.
though, right?
Right.
That doesn't happen a lot.
It doesn't happen all the time, but that's what happened. So, so Division Two is kind of more wide open. Hollis won it the year after Portsmouth left. Wyndham won it last year. So, these things are going to be cyclical.
Yes.
And all depends. But this is a good crew for Merrimack, and they've got a mix of young and old, and they're a confident team, John. Merrimack Valley is going to have to play better defense, 16 goals. If Merrimack is able to score 14 or more in this game, it's going to be over with. Merrimack Valley, I don't think we'll be able to keep up with it.
Also, Merrimack, the Tomahawks, have just more players on their roster.
Oh, look at the bench.
There's like 2
If
dozen.
you look down at the bench, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 players on Merrimack Valley, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the bench for Merrimack.
Yeah.
That's a distinct difference, and it's going to allow you to just do more.
Yeah, it's going to require most of these Merrimack Valley girls to have to play 48 minutes of this semifinal contest. We have the draw at midfield, and it's going to be a first ball win for Merrimack Valley. They scoop it up and bring it down the right sideline. One of those uniform choices, Tom, a little bit more difficult to see. You got the black numerals on the gray uniforms. Good give and go in the middle, and the bounce pass. Merrimack Valley, the pride, score first. That was a good feed on the wing from number 24, Alyssa Broder, who set that goal up. But she did not get the goal, though. She passed it to the one in the middle. Did you get the number on that, Steve, at all? Sorry, I didn't mean to mess you up. I think it was the girl. You could just say Alyssa Broder assisting on the goal, and I think it was the girl taking the draw that got it. I'm not positive. I know, it's tough.
Well, what they did, John? They beat Merrimack down the field.
They did.
That's how that goal was scored.
They won the draw and took it downfield.
And took it right down straight. The draw is everything in lacrosse. And
They won 2 in a row.
2 in a row. Well, not yet.
They put it on the turf, and it actually goes out of bounds off of Merrimack.
Yep, so Merrimack, ground balls, picking up ground balls are the key in any lacrosse game.
Yes.
Because it's always loose.
So with it for Merrimack Valley, number 9, Ashlyn Fortier.
Boy,
and then again, I thought that was a
These numbers are
of 4,
impossible.
and
to see.
the kind cameraman from Channel 9 bailed me out. It's number 9.
Thank you, Kyle.
Ashland Fortier. Spotting. Who's got the best vision going 200 yards on a difficult eye chart
Well,
here?
John, I did the Girton game yesterday.
In the rain?
Well, it stopped by the time the game really got underway. It dissipated as you through the first quarter, and it was over with, which is what was
Fine.
expected. And the numbers for both teams, Concord and Bishop Girton, were clear as day. I brought binoculars. I didn't need them.
Pass in the middle.
Should have brought them today.
Risky pass, and getting it back
Here's
is
a shot
Alyssa
coming
Broder.
up. She's going to have to get rid of it soon.
Broder's pass into traffic
Yeah,
is
see,
scooped up by
if you're going to make
Merrimack.
a pass there, you don't want to make it into traffic. You've got to clear the edges. That's where you set your play up, is on the edge.
The Tomahawks still in search of their first goal, trailing 1-0. The shot, goal. Good fast break transition goal. Number 3, Riley Taylor, Tom.
Yep.
You mentioned during the pregame the talented freshman gets Merrimack on the board first.
Yeah, Riley Taylor open in traffic. That was one pass in traffic that's good. You can tell a good team when they're able to make tough passes.
But that was more one-on-one.
It was.
Yeah.
And Riley Taylor one-on-one, you're going to lose that battle all the time.
So a 1-1 game, Merrimack Valley showing a promise to make it a competitive game by way of the draw in the middle. They've won 2 in a row to start this. Taking the draw, as you can see, with her back to us is Riley Taylor.
They've only lost 3, but they've all been to the other teams in the semis.
Another draw win for Merrimack Valley.
Timberlane and Winnicott.
Alyssa Broder, who's had most of the touches, she's running the offense for Merrimack Valley. They'll play on with the advantage. She was fouled on the move. That was a great opportunity for Merrimack Valley, but the one-timer goes up through the uprights. That's 3 points, right, Tom?
Exactly. John, I'll tell you what. Merrimack Valley's way to win this game, or at least make it competitive, is to slow the pace down. I know they scored quickly off the draw, but their best bet is to slow it down.
Broder shoots and scores.
It scores.
You saw it went 5-hole and it just trickled over the line.
How about that?
That was Alyssa Broder for her first goal of the game. The netminder, Sophia Richard, is just a freshman. She looks solid in goal, but that was a tough look in traffic there.
So you know you're at a different level, right? Hollis scored 2 goals in the first half against Merrimack. Merrimack Valley has already scored 2 goals in less than 3 minutes against Merrimack. You know you're at a different level in this round in the semifinals.
So winning several draws in a row, that's the first draw win, the face-off win for the girls of Merrimack.
And now you've got
New
Riley
Hampshire.
Taylor.
Riley Taylor had the win. Now it's passing in the slot, and a great save. That's Giannette in goal for Taylor Giannette for Merrimack Valley that saw that one all the way, went down and got it. Transition knocked out of the hands of defender Isabel Tucker. She gets it back. She's being fiercely double-teamed, and she draws that whistle.
Yeah, there's going to be a foul there. You get the ball. It's the one thing in boys, that's a legit turnover. In girls, not allowed.
Pride of Merrimack Valley been showing off some passing skills here. They've been able to advance the ball, and as I say that,
exactly,
great
John,
interception.
A little too early with that comment, because they gave one up on a pass down low down there, too.
Jackie Hayes with the interception. Great anticipation to step into the lane.
Merrimack will look to score quickly. They will not take much time, I would imagine.
Quickly around the perimeter, Alexis Bell gives it to Peyton Trapani. Trapani looking for an opening. Batted down by the defender. Good hand-eye coordination there on Trapani's attempted pass into the middle. The cutter was Izzy Callahan. She missed it, but it was picked up by Ava Martin, and she'll restart the goal attempt. Dancing around, Riley Taylor is defended well.
Well, they're looking to try to create a foul, too, if they can, and get a free position shot.
Which we haven't had our first one yet. That's
down
in the middle.
Low, it dropped.
Yep. It was in and out of the possession of Brooklyn Hilliard and scooped up by an alert Merrimack Valley defender. They'll play it back to the goaltender, Taylor Giannette, and she passes it near side. Isabel Tucker makes some good open field running and actually gets hit pretty hard and draws the foul. We'll have the restart just short of midfield. We have played 5 minutes of this first quarter. It's a 1-1 contest for the moment. And now it's
bad idea.
Kind of a sloppy pass there to nobody in particular, scooped up by Merrimack Tomahawks on the run. Let's see if they'll continue on to the net or back it out. The defense forces them to back it out. A good hustle to get back by Merrimack Valley. And running the offense now, Peyton Trapani at the top of the slot. Feeds it inside. Good shot from an angle by Alexis Bell. Alexis Bell from the right side, shooting back to the left, went up top, and makes it a 2-2 lead.
2-2 tie. 2-2 tie.
Ties
Alexis
it up.
Bell. Accuracy is so important in this game, and Alexis Bell has it. With that shot, you could tell she picked the spot she wanted to go to and nailed it.
The New Hampshire State Liquor Commission congratulates all the incredible athletes competing in this NHIAA State Championships. As you continue to push your limits and chase greatness, the New Hampshire Liquor Enforcement reminds everyone to stay strong and responsible. Let's work together to prevent underage alcohol and tobacco use. There's the draw. Tomahawks won the last one, but
They had a violation, and they'll take this one as well.
That goes against the Valley, and it is essentially a face-off win for the Tomahawks. Back on the attack, just scored that goal. Alexis Bell passes it into the middle, and with it is Ava Martin holding it over right shoulder.
I mean, can you sense how fluid Merrimack is compared to Merrimack Valley offensively?
Yes.
It's definitely a world of difference, even though they took a shot there and had it blocked.
Yeah, Riley Taylor's shot blocked by Taylor Giannette.
They're playing in space a lot better than Merrimack Valley is in certain sets.
Speaking of space, Valley taking advantage here as they run downfield. Just a very few defenders back for Merrimack, but enough to slow what could have been a fast break shot attempt at the goal.
Again, I still say Merrimack Valley has got to keep the score down. The way you do it is by chewing up clock.
Lily Jones had it behind the goal. Kind of calmly walking out. It's a slow happening wraparound. If you're watching a lot of NHL finals, it's a slower pace right now. But there is still sticks in hand, and there's a foul. It's a delayed call against Merrimack, and they're going to whistle it dead and have our first free position restart here. It's going to favor the pride of Merrimack Valley with a chance to go back into the lead in a 2-2 game. I believe that's number 12, Lily Jones.
Surprised they didn't stop the clock there.
And she shoots and scores. Defenders were not able to converge on her quickly enough.
Not at all. That's the thing. You've got to go from right side, left side, and kind of cut the middle and cut off the motion. They weren't able to do it.
Credited with that goal.
Oh, Merrimack Valley showing that they are here. They're saying, hey, we know what happened during the regular season, but we're in the semifinals too, so we're going to make it tough on you, Merrimack. And right now, they're doing just that.
The Service Credit Union is proud to support NHIAA athletics with branches across New Hampshire and powerful digital tools. Service CU makes banking simple for students, families, and fans alike. So it is a 3-2 lead for Merrimack Valley. And another draw win, Tom. Those make me think that Merrimack's got to make an adjustment on those.
Well, usually the adjustment that's made is another kid will take it. And we'll see if that's what happens further down the road after this, probably after this quarter.
As good a player as Riley Taylor is, experience does help in those, especially in the playoffs, in those face-offs.
But here, of course, Merrimack doesn't want to have to take a draw in a while unless they score. They don't want to have to take one right away with Merrimack Valley having the ball right now.
Right. Doing a lot of the ball handling for Merrimack Valley. There's
And
Alyssa
they had more
Brodeur.
possessions.
And that's a contested
That's
pass in
not
the middle.
what you want.
The Valley scoops it up, and they go top. Cheddar, right upper corner. Great shot.
Number 11,
I believe you're
Yep.
right. It's the player that's right
Kayla Mercier.
close to Riley.
11, Kayla Mercier with
Kayla
that
Mercier
goal.
with the
Senior.
goal.
Yep.
Kaya. Yeah,
Kaya
spells
Mercier.
it
That's right.
K-I-A-Y-A.
No L. That's right. No L.
But it was a really nicely placed shot up in the upper right corner.
Well, here's your draw. Merrimack didn't want to have to do this, but they're going to have to. Let's see. And they do make a change.
So a 4-2 lead for Merrimack Valley based largely on getting possession off these draws. And there is a win from the Tomahawks.
Yep, they made the change.
Yeah, and it was Ava Martin that stepped in to the circle.
The senior. And now they turn it
over.
over.
So Valley will keep it after that whistle. So that's unfortunate. You go to that extra effort to win the draw and then just give it away.
And, yep.
Pass ahead by Ella Frink. Nicely done to Lauren Bailey. Bailey on the wing. Trying to give the Valley a 3-goal lead here.
You have to think that a good amount of practice time with these teams is spent in transition passing because, A, they develop the rapport, and you've got to practice it because they're not high percentage passes. And B, keeps them in shape.
There's a flub by the Valley as they lose control.
You've got two Merrimack Valley players back there, and one Tomahawk just took it away.
Right next to each other.
Can't happen.
Good pass up ahead to Riley Taylor on the move. Riley going to slow it down a little bit and back toward us.
Oh, she's easy to pick out, John. She's got the orange,
orange
basket on her stick.
Yeah, it's true. Also, just the numbers on Merrimack's side and their home whites just a lot easier to see.
Heck of a lot easier.
Calling out a play just about is Peyton Trapani as she tries to pass it in the middle and right into a Merrimack Valley player.
Boy,
good pass up ahead. Sydney Bailey with it.
If I didn't know any better, the Tomahawks are the more nervous team.
Exactly. They look like the higher seed is the Merrimack Valley team right now. That pass in the middle, though, broken up. Great hustle back on defense.
Yes, but Merrimack Valley recovers. That would have been a tough turnover.
It would have been. That was number 23 that got back for Merrimack to break it up.
Boy,
Summer Dahlbeck-Joyle.
This is an important possession here. You can go through. You can go up 3.
Yeah,
on a team that
basically
beat you
at the end of the first quarter.
On a team that beat you by 10 goals during the regular season.
16-6. That's a big swing in what we expected in this game.
And I don't know the circumstances from that game. They were missing anybody or anything like that.
Right.
But doesn't look like they're missing anybody here.
And so many times we say that it's tough for a fairly evenly matched opponent to sweep you or you to sweep
this is
them.
Tough. There's a
turnaround goal.
Oh man, a hook shot.
Merrimack Valley is on fire to begin this game.
A hook shot.
Who had that one? Thank you. 12, Lily Jones.
Yeah, we can't
with the brace on.
Yeah, we can't hear the announcers because we've got our headsets on.
Yeah,
so.
we're sharing info because of these numbers.
Right, exactly.
But it was a great turnaround play, and Lily Jones is the player that has the clearly visible leg brace on her left leg, and she was the one that turned around in the low slot and scored that. Looked like up high past Sophia Richards.
Boy.
So it's a huge lead for this time of the game, 5-2.
It is a huge lead.
Merrimack Valley is up. Tomahawks won the last draw, but then gave it away shortly thereafter. They win it again.
Let's see. You're waiting now for the Merrimack explosion. That's what you're waiting for.
Ava Martin, there's a collision that let him play, and that shot goes over, but it's still Merrimack ball. That was Ava Martin winning the draw to Olivia Mitchell. They've teamed up twice that way.
In my experience, whenever a game is changed in terms of altering the time and date, it usually favors the underdog.
Right, and they make the adjustments that cost them the game in the first place.
Oh, look at that. I knew it. I saw the pole go up, and I said, you better get it around that stick, and they didn't. They've got to pass right ahead.
One bouncer is received on the run by Lauren Bailey.
You know what?
Bailey
She's gonna
may
go
shoot
all the way
it.
in.
And a great save when they needed it most. Sophia Richards.
Solid by Richard. She knew the angle was going to be to her right, and she positioned her stick right there.
Because that might have snuck inside the post, it looked like,
Yep.
from our angle. So great save, and back on the attack on offense are the Merrimack Tomahawks. There's a tricky pass that's nicely completed. The shot saved, though, by Taylor Giannette, who sealed off that entire left
They're
side.
running out of time now. There's 10 seconds left in the period.
And that is all.
They need a goal here.
Try to come out from behind. Merrimack, the shot, and a clear save by Giannette. Took
Yep.
it right away.
She had to raise her
That's
stick
the
up
corner.
high. She had to raise her stick up high and see if she could get it over the defense. And, you know, she just had so much height on the shot that it was an easy save for Merrimack Valley for Giannette. And we have played one quarter here at Stellos Stadium. A surprise. Merrimack Valley 5, Merrimack 2.
Come back with us for the second quarter on the NFHS Network.
Stay up to date with all of the Highlight Guy's upcoming live streams. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today and never miss out on the games you want to see. Just go to YouTube, search the Highlight Guy, and hit subscribe. We thank you in advance.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Welcome back to Stellos. We're between the first and second quarters of the NHIAA Division II Girls Lacrosse Semifinal between Merrimack Valley and Merrimack High School, just up the road from Stellos Stadium. I'm John Collins along with Tom King and our producer, camera guy, Steve Cody, the highlight guy. The Final Forums lead the way in sports registration for the compliance, health, and safety of our athletes and is an official partner of the NHIAA. See finalforms.com for more. Meanwhile, digital programs, rosters, team photos available in the championship's digital programs while you watch at home. View the programs on your laptop, tablet, or mobile device by going to NHIAA.org. Merrimack made the adjustment in who was taking their face-off draws. They went from the freshman Riley Taylor to the senior Ava Martin, who was able to shovel a few in a row to Olivia Mitchell, one of the taller players in this contest, number 12 for Merrimack. She's positioned behind Ava Martin right now. She might try to shovel it back over her shoulder to basically pass it midair to Olivia. That was the strategy we saw emerge at the end of the first quarter for Merrimack, and that's exactly what they do, and they do it to perfection. As Ava shoveled it midair and just snatched away by Olivia Mitchell. Possession and a great chance to score a goal within seconds of the start of the second period. Merrimack still have a chance here. One player taking a blow to the skull area was Riley Taylor, and it's a free position restart. Promising start to the second quarter for the Tomahawks, who are surprised to be trailing by a score of 5-2 to begin the second quarter here to the upset-minded Merrimack Valley Pride. Riley Taylor on the restart can't get the shot away. She basically got mauled by a couple of defenders and drew a whistle. So I'm surprised she didn't just get rid of it to get it out of her possession before that kind of contact. But now she's even positioned more in the middle. The shot, save, great save again in close quarters by Giannette, keeps it out of the net, but Merrimack retains possession. Contested pass there, was right in front of the official. She saw something against the rules. And so it's again Riley Taylor with it on the restart. The free position about 15 yards from the goal, and she'll hand it off this time. Around the near side it comes. Ava Martin back up top to Jackie Hayes. Jackie's pass is intercepted by Merrimack Valley and scooped up off the turf. Great defending by Merrimack Valley with their goaltender and by the players in front of her. Transition game now for the Pride of Merrimack Valley. They sprint in from the right side. They're looking to add to their 5-2 lead to end the first quarter. Merrimack is going to be very disappointed. They came up empty on their first possession there, and a one-timer by Merrimack Valley. It's hard to understand how that missed going in. Seemed to be a well-executed pass to the cutter into the low slot, right in the crease, actually, and shot seemed to miss to the left, but Merrimack Valley still with the possession. Early second quarter. Merrimack Valley coming in as the third seed. Shot in front, goal! They complete the one-timer this time. Pass from the back to number 10, cutting through for Merrimack Valley, and that would be Ella Frink. Ella Frink with a nice finish off the pass from behind the goal, and it is in fact a 4-goal lead, 6-2. The Merrimack Valley Pride are on top. They were the 3 seed coming into this game. Merrimack is the 2 seed, and Merrimack, the Tomahawks, may have been somewhat guilty of taking Merrimack Valley a little lightly because they beat them by 10 goals a month ago. Officials discussing we're not sure what at the in the midfield area, but doesn't seem to affect anything that the players are about to do. In the center circle, 6-2 advantage for the Pride of Merrimack Valley. Popped up into the air. This time, Merrimack Valley able to wrestle it away. There seems to be a height mismatch there, but not able to take advantage this time are the Tomahawks. A little bit of a bump comes out of the possession of Alyssa Brodeur and alertly pounced on, the loose ball pounced on by the Tomahawks. Downfield comes Merrimack. Ava Lee Woods, another freshman in the game, 22, getting some handles. This is Ava Martin, high slot, shuffling to her left, looking for an open teammate. Good coverage on everybody, it seems like, down low. So she passes to her right. Jackie Hayes hands it off. Trying to split the defense, throw it in the middle. Good teamwork between Peyton Trapani and Jackie Hayes, but that shot somehow might have got deflected wide. We had a first yellow card of the game, and it's going to be against the Tomahawks. Not quite sure what that penalty was for. Dangerous shot. A shot that could have injured some people, I guess, at high velocity. A lot of faces in between the ball and the goal. And so dangerous shot penalty assessed against the Merrimack Tomahawks. So that cost them not only to be at a player disadvantage, but also an opportunity to stop this Merrimack Valley momentum. They're up 6-2 and looking to score some more are the Pride in their visiting gray uniforms. Trying to work the ball out of their own end against a ferocious full court press by Merrimack, but they're able to do it. Able to get it into the offensive zone, and down they come looking for another opening. There's a shot and a goal. It seems like every time Merrimack Valley gets the ball down low now, they're finishing with the shots. Terrific shot on the reception that time. And a timeout's going to be called by the Merrimack Tomahawks. Yeah, it was difficult to pick out the goal scorer there. I want to say it was 10 again. Okay. Thank you, Kyle. It was Ella Frank gets her second goal, and it gives just a jaw-dropping 7-2 lead as the 3 seed is coming in here and just dominating a team that they lost to by 10 a month ago. And so adjustments need to be made in that Merrimack huddle. Obviously, Merrimack Tomahawks, that is. Special Olympics, New Hampshire and the NHIAA believe that unified sports help young people become agents of change in their schools and communities. The NHIAA currently offers unified programs in soccer, basketball, outdoor track, and volleyball. Learn more at NHIAA.org. Champ Pro Sports. Champ Pro, proud to be the official ball of the NHIAA Lacrosse Championships. Visit online at champsprosports.com, champsprosports.com. At Jewett Construction, they're thrilled to announce Peyton Connolly of Merrimack High School of the Tomahawks is the 2025 recipient of the Skilled Trades Scholarship. Peyton Connolly, Skilled Trades Scholarship winner. Peyton exemplifies the talent and drive that represent the future of the trades, and Jewett Construction is honored to help support Peyton's journey. If you're a current high school junior or part of next year's graduating class and interested in pursuing a career in the trades, this scholarship will be offered again. So stay tuned for your opportunity to apply. For more details, go to NHIAA.org. Let's build a strong future together. Jewett Construction, great cause there. Promoting the trades, and the Skilled Trade Scholarship goes to Peyton Connolly of Merrimack High, who have found themselves on the wrong end of a 7-2 score early second quarter. There's still a lot of time to be played here in the first half, but certainly the Tomahawks don't want to go into the locker room down by 5 goals or with only 2 goals to show for the 2 periods. It's been very difficult winning draws for them and for stopping the fast break offense goals that are being put up by Merrimack Valley. Valley clearly putting in some work and have improved themselves dramatically since the last time these two teams met. Getting solid goaltending and great finishes on the offensive end. There's a face-off win for Merrimack Tomahawks' Ava Martin. Ava still has it. Almost thought about taking a shot before she got triple teamed by defenders. Pass in the middle, shot low, goal scored, number 16. Lila Carls was able to receive it and shoot it into the far corner. I hope I got the right number. 16? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, and it was not an easy pass to complete from Ava Martin in the middle. Lila Carls knew just where she wanted to go with it, though. She went down low, left side, just inside the post. A very well-placed shot to give the Tomahawks their 3rd goal of the game. 7-3 now, a 4-goal advantage for Merrimack Valley. Ball straight up in the air, and Ava Martin had to stick to it, but it's the loose ball scoop by Kaya Mercier, one of our goal scorers for the Valley, that got to it first. And Kaya Mercier downfield she comes, looking for a teammate to pass to. Goes to the near side. Stop is made by Giannette off the post. So the goaltender's best friend helps out Taylor Giannette that time. She certainly did kind of cut down the angle. There didn't seem to be any openings, so trying to sneak it inside the post, but that didn't work. Merrimack Valley still has it, though, as they go in the middle. Number 5 with it, the shot, and misses to the right. Maybe deflected off the goaltender to the right of the cage, and Merrimack Valley keeping the pressure on. They go up high, getting the stick to it again. Taylor Giannette still in the possession of Merrimack Valley with 6:32 left in the first half, trying to add to their 7-3 lead. Coming out from behind the goal is Alyssa Broder. Broder looking for an open teammate. Here comes the cutter. She tries to give it to her, and she does. And, you know, despite the good team, that was number 5 with the goal for Merrimack Valley, Abby Thompson, cutting through the middle. She had her counterpart, number 5, Kylie Perella, staying with her, but somehow was able to receive the pass and still get the shot in up top over Taylor Giannette. So it's an 8-3 advantage, and there really doesn't seem to have been any swing in the momentum that has favored Merrimack Valley almost since this game began. Wilson Sporting Goods. The NHIAA is proud to use products from Wilson Sporting Goods. For athletes to perform their best, they require the best, and that's what Wilson has delivered for over 100 years. Learn more from wilson.com. That whistle goes against Merrimack Tomahawks. So again, a face-off draw win essentially for the Merrimack Valley Pride. They have a chance to get to double digits very quickly here after scoring only 6 goals in the entire game a month ago during the regular season against Merrimack. They're at 8 now, and they've got possession and a lot of confidence to go with their momentum. Alyssa Broder kind of shuffling closer to the back of the goal as if the Merrimack Tomahawk defenders won't notice, but now they close the gaps between the Merrimack ball handlers and the defenders. Casually walking back up top toward the middle is Abby Thompson, who just scored that goal. Pass to the cutter in the middle, and a good save down low. The turnaround try doesn't work as Taylor Jeanette goes down and gets it. Let's see if the Tomahawks can hang on to this as they go into the offensive zone. They do. They complete the transition up ahead with the clear and inching closer to the goal. Number 22 is Ava Lee Woods. Passes it to Peyton Trapani. Trapani circling back toward the high slot. Changes hands with the ball in tight. Score, number 10, Ava Martin. Solid pass, catch, and shot, and they get it past Sophia Richard. To her right, left side of the goal, it is a 8-4 game. Still down by 4 goals. The Merrimack Tomahawks. Heritage Home Service applauds the effort and teamwork of all the student athletes competing today. Just like you, Heritage Home Services are dedicated to meeting any plumbing, heating, cooling, or electrical challenge. We give all in every job for every customer. Keep striving for greatness, says Heritage Home Services. Let's see if the Tomahawks can double up on that goal. They've not been able to string a lot together, unlike Merrimack Valley, who have surprisingly dominated this first half. There is 2 face-off wins, or chance for 2 goals in a row, I should say, from the Tomahawks. The shot, goal, that didn't take long. Number 3, Riley Taylor on the goal on the pass from Peyton Trapani as they both motored down directly to the Merrimack goal and put up their 5th of the game. So the lead has narrowed considerably. Merrimack Valley still up, but it's 8-5, and the Tomahawks may have their first recognizable momentum of this contest. Coca-Cola Beverages Northeast proudly supports the NHIAA and its championships. Visit them at CokeNortheast.com. Here's the draw at midfield. Ava Martin's been doing a great job since being installed in that spot. This one, again, favors Merrimack Valley. So the Pride have a chance to seize back that momentum. They were up 8-2, I believe, at one point. And now it's a 3-goal game.
Can't allow a run like that, John. That's what Merrimack Valley's got to prevent. So right now, the way to do it, I'm going to take away what I said earlier about taking their time. They need to have their offense be their best defense, the way it's played out this way.
An upset remains very much a possibility with the 3-seed Merrimack Valley ahead 8-5 over the 2-seed Merrimack.
Can't turn the ball over, and you're going to have multiple calls, and there's a violation, and Merrimack Valley loses the ball. That couldn't happen.
Yeah, I could see that at least one of the Merrimack Valley players, Alyssa Broder, was visibly upset by that call, thought it should have went the other way, but fierce fighting for the loose ball in traffic, as you would imagine.
You're one more Merrimack goal away from a timeout being called by Merrimack.
That's it,
Valley.
yeah. Downfield comes the Tomahawks. Good transition passing. Trapani in the middle finds Ava Martin. Ava Martin on the wing. Oh, they put it down. Ava got a chance to shoot that. Yeah, that foul called against the Valley, so it's going to be free position restart for Ava Martin of
Let's see if the defense can close in or if Martin can beat it. I bet she's going to go to the right side down low. Let's see what she does if she gets the shot off.
Right side down low, goal. Nice job. 8-5. It becomes 8-6. It's a 2-goal game as the Tomahawks, the higher seeded team, asserting themselves.
And no, we did not watch this on tape delay.
No. Yeah, you call that one. And it's a really good shot. There's a timeout. So we'll take a timeout. You're watching the NFHS Network. There's just 2:53 left to go in the first half, and the Tomahawks of Merrimack High are seeking to tie things up if they can. We'll watch after the break.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
Welcome back to Stellos. Northwest Designs, Inc. Championship apparel is available online from our partners at Northwest Designs, Inc. Commemorate your championship experience with an event tee or sweatshirt today. Shop online at nwd.inc. So, Tom, Merrimack had some strategic timeouts, trying to make some adjustments, including at the face-off circle and otherwise, and it seems to have worked.
I think what they do is they pick the pace up, John. Transition. They picked the pace up, moved down very quickly, and once they got the ball down, they didn't take as much time as they had been taking to shoot. They got open shots, they moved the ball, and got scores.
And Ava Martin, the senior for Merrimack's been doing a great job on the draw, but this time the Tomahawks get beat to the possession, and here comes Alyssa Broder.
The only way I see Merrimack Valley stopping a run is by answering the goals. They got to score. So that's their best bet. But right now, they're probably going to take their time. We've got, 2:29 left to play in the first half.
A lot of space in the middle looking to cut through.
Yeah, 2 defenders are there, though.
Broder, yeah.
Broder wanted to go around and try to sidewind it. She couldn't do it.
Number 1 for the Valley is Sydney Bailey.
Ooh, she's looking to pass in the middle. That's not a very
Puts it
good
on
pass.
the turf. Whose ball is it? Good boxing out by the Merrimack Tomahawk defenders.
Right. See, that was not the place to put it. No passing into traffic like that. Can't do it. If you got to start your play from the side, from the edge, and then move in. And unfortunately, they moved in too quick, and Merrimack was already set. And now watch this transition, John.
Trying to pick up the pace, as Tom said. Let's see if they can complete it on the other end. Trapani got foul, but they'll play advantage. They play on. She backs it out.
A minute 36 left in the half. My guess is Merrimack Valley, if they have the lead going into the half, they'll be very fortunate.
Ava Martin passes it. The shot it was a whistle just before the goal.
The shot, so Martin does not get the goal.
Yeah, it was Trapani that actually went and finished it and put it in the net, but there was a whistle just before she launched.
That's right. Martin's on the right side. Trapani's got the ball now.
Payton, P-A-Y-T-O-N. Trapani.
Yep. Trapani, okay.
Thank you. Peyton Trapani is about to shoot
Watch
it.
This.
Missed wide right.
Yep. She was going for that far corner again.
And
that seems to be where everybody's aiming on Jeanette, who's very good. She's got a great reputation as a goalie in Division II.
Around the perimeter it goes for the Tomahawks, trying to find a an opening, a seam in this
gonna
Valley
try to
defense.
Close in. And now we're down. John, how quickly the clock moves. We're at 30 seconds left to play in the half.
A contested shot there, stick-to-stick clash. Went out of bounds, but Merrimack has a player positioned back there, so they retain possession. Pass in the middle, shot over the net. Riley Taylor had a great opportunity on the feed from Jackie Hayes.
Down to 8 seconds, John.
8 seconds. They're bobble. They have to get a shot away. They do, and it's Ava Martin to the rescue with 2 seconds left.
Through all that traffic, I don't know how she got that shot off.
Ava Martin.
What a shot.
Has been a force.
The senior.
Not only in the face-offs, but scoring goals, setting up teammates for goals. Ava Martin is the reason why the Valley hasn't just run away with this first half. It's 8-7 now. The Tomahawks trail by just 1 with 2 seconds left. That'll probably be our score at halftime.
You never know.
Never know.
Get the draw and just fling it all the way down. We've seen that before, right? We've seen that in college.
We have.
We
saw it at Riviere.
Yep.
Ava's going to have to get a clean one and just shoot it if that happens. Or vice versa for the Merrimack Valley player.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, nice attempt. That was with the face-off win. That was Abby Thompson, number 5.
What a half.
What a half.
When it was
terrifically competitive first half.
You thought Merrimack Valley, they could roll away with it. When they didn't get that 9th goal, I said, there's the door slightly opening up for Merrimack. And that's what happened. And they went on a typical Merrimack run. And we are 8-7 at the half with the Valley up on Merrimack here in the Division II semifinals.
That's Tom King. I'm John Collins with the highlight guy, Steve Cody on camera, our event producer. We have halftime here at Stellos Stadium. We'll come back for the exciting conclusion, the second half forthcoming on the NFHS network.
Stay up to date with all of the Highlight Guy's upcoming live streams. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today and never miss out on the games you want to see. Just go to YouTube, search the Highlight Guy, and hit subscribe. We thank you in advance.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
Hi, this is Terry Queenan from Earth Tech Systems Geothermal. We're in Nashua, New Hampshire today. We just finished putting geothermal in this historical home built in 1937. Let's go in and check it out. We're now inside the house. These are the two well lines coming in. There's one 500-foot borehole. This is the piping. This is the flow center that moves the water to the geothermal unit, which is over here. This is a very simple, high-efficiency system made by water furnace. This is the return duct, and we have the unit in place here. This is the Water Furnace 7 series that's in this home. This is the return air filter. Those are the pipes coming from the non-pressurized flow center. The blower is on the top, the compressor's on the bottom. Very quiet machine. This is a storage tank that makes very warm water. The water goes from this point into an on-demand tankless when there's a call for showers, cooking, etc. So not only is the customer going to save an immense amount of money, they're going from about a $1,300 a year oil bill to be on target right now for about a $300 geothermal bill, and the well is directly under me. If you'd like to learn more, check us out on our website, earthtechsystems.com.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guy can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguy.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Hi, this is Ryan from Earth Tech Systems in Harvard, Massachusetts, taking a look at the first step of our geothermal installation. Let's go check it out.
Welcome back to Stello Stadium. We're moments away from resuming this hard-fought contest, Division II battle between Merrimack Valley and Merrimack High School. Just an 8-7 game with the Valley, the lower-seeded team, out in front for the moment, 8-7. Hammond Lumber Company is proud to sponsor our high school state championship traditions. Hammond Lumber Company, a fourth-generation family business, carries a full line of building materials and features home planning design centers, all conveniently located in the communities we love to cheer on. Learn more at hammondlumber.com. Army ROTC. College is expensive, but it doesn't have to be. An Army ROTC scholarship will pay up to your full tuition, teach you valuable leadership skills, and give you a head start across a range of Army disciplines and officership. Visit unh.edu/Army for more info. John Collins, along with Tom King, they just put up about 6 minutes or so on the board for the halftime break. I don't know if it varies by division. Doesn't feel like a lot of time.
There was 10 yesterday, evidently, for the Winnicott semifinal. But this is, you knew Merrimack was going to make a run, right?
Yes.
The question would Merrimack Valley be able to get out way ahead and make that run, minimalize the run? They haven't been able to. They didn't get that ninth goal. They get that ninth goal, I think maybe things change a little bit. Momentum and everything else.
I think I jinxed them because when they had the 8th goal and they didn't get the 9th, I was saying they almost are getting to double digits against a team that they only scored 6 goals in the entire game.
You did it.
I did it.
Oh, yeah, you did it. That's for sure. And now Merrimack, with its transition game, getting down quick, and the accuracy of its shooting. The Tomahawks are very accurate on the shots, and they're using, like I said, the mix of young and old, Martin, Trepany, and the freshman Riley Taylor. They are making things happen right now on the field, and the question is, will the halftime help or hurt the Tomahawks or Merrimack Valley? Will Merrimack Valley be able to catch its breath and start their own run again, or will Merrimack just keep going the way they're going, or will this halftime intermission interrupt their momentum?
So Riley Martin started the game taking draws for Merrimack Tomahawks, and I think she's going to happily cede that duty to Ava Martin, who's been terrific at it since they made the switch, and that triggered the comeback.
That's how they had to do it. They had to make that switch.
Yeah.
Riley Taylor was doing it at first, and now Martin's doing it.
And Ava Martin is going to probably try to shovel it backwards. She goes straight up in the air this time and gets her own loose ball.
That's just it.
Ava Martin still on a roll through the second and now into the third quarters as we begin the action here on the NFHS network.
Remember how the game started.
Trepany with a great pass to Martin. The turnaround try goes wide left.
She was fouled. Remember how the game started. Merrimack Valley won the draw and went right down and scored very quickly.
And now the Tomahawks trying to return the favor with Ava Martin with possession.
They won't do it quickly, but they may do it.
Goes straight down toward 5-hole, but it's blocked.
I'll tell you, Giannette got a piece of it.
Taylor Giannette blocks it.
And she kept it in front, no rebound, nobody around her. Now the question is, can they get the transition game going on their end?
Yeah, and
for
of
the
course,
Pride.
There's an example of they don't let a lot of body contact go in the girls' lacrosse game like you would see in a boys' game.
Oh, nice little juke right there, nice ride.
Terrific play by number 11 for
Tell you what, though,
K.M. Mercier.
Is this Merrimack team explosive when it wants to be?
The Valley?
No, Merrimack.
Oh, yeah, to come back and
Tomahawks. Yep.
It looked kind of dire for a while, and then all of a sudden an explosion of goals in rapid succession. This number 12 is Lily Jones with possession. Looking to pass middle, does, shot. It was deflected by the stick, I believe. We'll chalk that up as another save for Merrimack. Sophia Richard sealed off that upper right corner from what would have been the 9th goal for the Valley. That's another shot, might have hit the post and ricochets hard left, goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it had to hit the post to go out like that.
Yep. So the Merrimack Valley has a player stationed down into the far corner, and they retain possession.
Well, it's a critical possession for Merrimack Valley. They do not want to see this game tied. That's obvious, but I mean, that just continues the Tomahawk momentum. They want to slow it down, and I said to you, the only way they're going to slow that momentum down is by scoring. They've got to answer those goals, and they haven't been able to. It's been a run for Merrimack High School.
Exactly. They don't score here, and
They have,
the Tomahawks
they have room
tie
for
it.
a cutter. Oh, it's covered. Now they had room, and they didn't see it.
Broder hands it off to Izzy Callahan.
See, Merrimack's not allowing the cutter. Now they get one, but it's very well covered.
Broder fakes right, goes left, going to shoot it, and miss. Left, still Merrimack Valley ball. Yeah, if they get stopped here and the Tomahawks go down and score, Tom, and tie it up, it's going to completely erase that great start that Merrimack Valley got off
Well,
to.
it looks like Merrimack has committed its defense a little bit better. They seem to be able to stop the easy goals that Merrimack Valley was getting.
Yeah, they were getting a lot of easy one-timers.
Oh, boy, it was unbelievable. Layups.
So the Valley picking their spot carefully here, coming out from behind the goal. The shot misses right.
And who has it? Merrimack has it.
Yeah, we had that one player
They did not
back
have somebody back. You got to have a player back there.
The Valley didn't have anybody back. They got caught napping that one time, and they give up possession. And here comes the Tomahawks looking to tie this game. Number 8 is Sydney Kappen. Sydney drifting deep left. She passes it back to Peyton Trepany, and Ava Martin has it. Ava Martin looking to her left. Hands it to Jackie Hayes. High slot off of a screen. Pass back to Ava Martin. Whistle, though, as you could see that Jackie took a stick up around the head.
These kids are getting hammered when they get done. Because you know what happens is the player with the ball is automatically double teamed once you get at the 10-yard line. They're going to double team you.
Yeah, they don't want to give up an easy shot.
Right. They'd rather have the free position and take their chances with that. Now the referees need to work something out here. I don't know what the call is. And you can hear a pin drop at Stello Stadium here.
It's like those free throws where you hate the silence.
I know it. Exactly.
The restart for Jackie Hayes. And she shoots it and scores.
No,
it's missed. I saw the net. I thought move, but no, it was probably the impact from.
That's a big save again by Jeanette.
The wind of the shot.
Now let's see if the Valley can get it out, right?
Good
That's
stop
not
by
easy
Merrimack
to do.
Valley. Yeah, it's not easy.
And they do.
Full court press by the Tomahawks. And the Merrimack Valley pride in their away grays.
I'm wondering if a little fatigue hasn't set in with Merrimack Valley.
Well, we mentioned they have to play 48 minutes, most of the players, because they don't have a deep bench.
They don't have a deep bench. But you're at the point now where you're playing your regulars a lot anyway, right?
Yep.
We are almost halfway through this quarter.
Yeah, still a lot of minutes left in this game. 7 in the quarter.
See,
19 in the game.
Someone's got to cut over, but the passing lanes are all covered.
Yeah, by design, the Tomahawks sealing off any easy entrance toward the net. There's that one-timer stopped up high. Great save by Sophia Richard. Anticipated the angle all the way.
Yep, the only way to do it was to get across the far area, and now a turnover.
Oh, that hurts. Broder, Alyssa Broder. Will she shoot it? Circling. She has a chance to shoot it. There's a save. Sophia Richard stops it. About waist high. Ripper. And a free position restart for Merrimack Valley.
Richard, 3 big saves in this period.
They are leaning heavily on their goaltender right now, or the Tomahawks. And they're doing it again. Sophia Richard face to face with the Merrimack Valley ball handler.
Maybe upper right. Let's see.
The shot, contested shot, kept out.
Oh, they were
over.
going that way on that shot, and it went over the goal.
That was Lily Jones that had the initial try, and then
still the Valley's ball.
Yeah, they got it back.
Boy, we are at 5:32 left to play in the period, and no one has scored yet.
In this quarter.
This is called semifinal tightness. Everybody's nervous, and everybody is doing anything they can to keep the ball out of the net. But Merrimack's defense has really suddenly shut down the freewheeling, what we saw as a freewheeling Pride offense. Don't know if they had that reputation coming in, but they sure showed it during this game.
Alyssa Broder being guarded by Summer Dalbeck-Joyle, who's escorting her further away on the wing. She hands it off. Number 1, Sydney Bailey gives it back to Broder. Changes hands. She's done most of the ball handling for the Pride of Merrimack Valley.
Look at that wall. It's a white wall.
Summer Dahlbeck-Joyle again repels. There's a shot. A
Yep.
goal. They found the low cutter. They found her finally, and they convert. And it is a 9-7 2-goal advantage. First goal of the third quarter.
Ella Frink with the goal, number 10.
Ella Frank scores, I believe, her third goal of this game. That'd be the hat trick for her.
Now, does that open the floodgates for either team? Does all of a sudden things change? Do all of a sudden things change, and the offense is more freewheeling?
10 versus 10 here. Ella Frink for Merrimack Valley on the left. Ava Martin for the Tomahawks on the right.
And draw by the Valley gets it.
Yeah, it was a good
And
box
they got the
out.
violation, so they're going to get it anyway.
Good box out by Alyssa Broder, I believe it was.
Wow, this is another big possession, John. They go
Yeah.
up 3. That gives them a little bit more confidence. It was so critical that they score first in this half. It took them a long time to do it, but they did it. And now Merrimack, they've got Merrimack on the defensive.
And importantly, too, time of possession is all Merrimack Valley in this third quarter. We've
Very
been
good-
looking to
good-
our right.
Good point. Yet all that time, they only have the 1 goal to show for it. But they've slowed the offense down. Almost by necessity, the way Merrimack's playing defense. Ooh, nope, can't get a shot there. Now she spins.
Good save by Sophia Richard, and she gets the loose ball.
She's not going to get a more open shot. And my guess, a turnover.
Goal.
Score off the empty net on the turnover.
Oh, a gift goal for Merrimack Valley. Just when it
Yes.
seemed like Merrimack had got the momentum back. It was the player with the knee brace, was it? Kyle, did you get that? We're checking on 12, thank you. Number 12 on the goal for Merrimack Valley. That's Lily Jones, who was the recipient of that gift.
Why?
Loose
Because
ball
the
in front.
original shot, you weren't going to get a more open shot. And I think the ball fell out of her basket. I think the ball fell out of the basket. She wanted a line drive, but luckily, a turnover in front of the net, and they were able to get basically an empty net goal.
So from 8-7 at the start of this half, it's 10-7 now in favor of Merrimack Valley. And this whistle favors the Tomahawks. So they have a desperately needed possession, and let's see if they can convert here and get it back to a 2-goal deficit. As Peyton Trepany holds it in front of a double team. The cutter is Ava Martin, and she's stopped. A stick-to-stick save by goaltender Taylor Giannette. Nicely done.
Yes, but a whistle. There may have been a foul on the shot.
That saves Merrimack.
It does. They retain possession.
They get it back.
That's a big call.
So,
or is it? Let me see who's got it.
Yeah. Jackie Hayes.
Yeah, she's got it. Yep.
Doing a dance through a double team, splits the defense, and before she can shoot, there's another whistle.
It's away from the ball. No, it was on her, on her possession. So she'll have a free position shot.
Yep. So the Tomahawks, Jackie Hayes.
Look left, down low. Let's see.
Near side?
Near side, down low.
Oh.
Another
Restart.
violent, another restart.
One of the defenders, I think, jumped the whistle.
Yep.
And the
But
official
from this
spotted
angle,
it.
Giannette looks like she's giving up that left side.
A slip,
Slips.
and the ball comes out. It's on the turf, scooped up by
Merrimack.
Merrimack.
Got to pick up the ground ball if you're the Valley.
Jackie Hayes, good hustle.
Need that ground ball pickup.
And a whistle before she can shoot it again. There's going to be another free position restart for Jackie
3
Hayes.
chances for Merrimack Valley to negate this possession. 3 chances, and they've all gone by the boards.
And the shot, save again. Wow.
I'll tell you what.
What a goaltending performance by Giannette.
If I'm Merrimack, I start going low on her.
You got to.
Right? You've got to go low.
After those.
1:40 left to play in the period. Merrimack has not scored
in the third quarter, and it's showing.
Wow.
As Merrimack Valley is going to threaten to pull away again like they did in the first quarter. 10-7 with possession and content to take some more time off the clock with only 1:20 left to go in the third quarter.
I think you take your time here. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
back and forth on how they should play things.
Ideal situation now for Merrimack Valley is to take a 3 or 4 goal lead into the fourth quarter.
Right. That's exactly what they need to do.
So spinning it with possession around the edges. Sydney Bailey has it for the Pride of Merrimack Valley into the corner. And Alyssa Broder trotting to her right, picking up the speed. Met there by Summer Dahlbeck-Joyle. Slips a little bit but maintains possession. Twisting and turning, and now a whistle.
And the foul.
And she draws the foul.
Which is why she didn't give up the ball. She was waiting for that whistle.
Exactly.
36.1 to play in the half.
See if she shoots
it.
it.
This is the biggest shot of the game, I think, right now.
Bracing.
If she can get the shot off before the defense converges.
Freshman
She
goaltender
will.
Sophia Richard trying to stop the impossible.
Is that
Alyssa Brodeur.
That's about the easiest layup off a free position I think I've ever seen.
I agree. It was almost like there was no one else on the field but the shooter and the goaltender.
And who was that?
That was Alyssa Broder with the goal. So things looking dire here with 32 seconds left in the third quarter for the Merrimack Tomahawks. Bank of New Hampshire and NHIAA have teamed up to launch Bank on Kindness and Sportsmanship to recognize those who exemplify respect and support for others. Schools will award special pins to student-athlete nominees, and one Banking on Kindness standout athletic program will receive a $1,000 donation in this month of June. Nominate at NHIAA.org.
Yep, kindness, that counts me out.
You're king of mean.
Oh.
Well, you tell it like it is, and
I'll
some people sometimes say that's being
I'll tell you
mean,
what, they left too much time on the clock there. 32 seconds left. That's nothing for Merrimack, the way they score. Look at Riley Taylor, how she's getting in. Oh, and a save. And a rebound score.
Wow.
Yep.
Was that
Taylor?
Taylor?
I think it was Taylor. Janet made the save, but she couldn't control the rebound.
Heads up recovery by Taylor and makes it a 3-goal game, and that only took about 20 seconds. It was 32 seconds at the faceoff. It's 13.6 left.
They're going to credit Ava Woods.
Ava Woods. Yeah, it was Riley Taylor who initially took the shot, and then Ava was standing on the right side of the net, and it was an alert pickup and score. So much needed for the Tomahawks. There's still, based on what we just saw, enough time to score a goal here.
No
13
kidding.
seconds.
That's why I said they left too much time on the clock when they got that goal, but you can't pass up a layup like that, like Merrimack Valley had.
Whoever gets this basically has to just run to the goal and shoot.
And it looks like the Valley's going to get it, and that's what they're going to do.
Alyssa Broder is not going to pass it, I don't think. She's going to come down here and just try to shoot it. And she draws the foul with 2 seconds left.
Wow.
You didn't want to do that. That would have been good for her to shoot from that angle.
Look at the angle she's got.
Much better now with nobody around her, too, at the start.
She's going to have to go to the left side because that right side's covered as we look at it. She does. Whoa! What a shot! She did go to the right side.
Sniper goal up top right and scores.
Amazing shot.
Top velocity, too, Tom. That was basically unstoppable. If you can hit your spot at that velocity, you're going to beat most goaltenders, and that is what occurred as Alyssa Broder sneaks a goal in before the end of the third quarter, and a very promising lead for the upset-minded Merrimack Valley Pride. They're up 12-8 over the Tomahawks. We'll take a break. You're watching the NFHS Network.
Hi, this is Terry Queenan from Earth Tech Systems Geothermal. We're in Nashua, New Hampshire today. We just finished putting geothermal in this historical home built in 1937. Let's go in and check it out. We're now inside the house. These are the 2 well lines coming in. There's one 500-foot borehole. This is the piping. This is the flow center that moves the water to the geothermal unit, which is over here. This is a very simple, high-efficiency system made by water furnace. This is the return duct, and we have the unit in place here. This is the water furnace 7 series that's in this home. This is the return air filter. Those are the pipes coming from the non-pressurized flow center. The blower is on the top, the compressor's on the bottom. Very quiet machine. This is a storage tank that makes very warm water. The water goes from this point into an on-demand tankless when there's a call for showers, cooking, etc. So not only is the customer going to save an immense amount of money, they're going from about a $1,300 a year oil bill to be on target right now for about a $300 geothermal bill, and the well is directly under me. If you'd like to learn more, check us out on our website, earthtechsystems.com.
Welcome back to Stellos as we get set for the start of this fourth quarter. Merrimack Valley visiting Merrimack in a Division II semifinal game where Merrimack Valley was the lower seed, but they have control. 12-8, they're up by 4 to start the final 12 minutes. Eastern Propane is proud to recognize and support the community service efforts of all teams and all sports. Submit your team's community service project, your hours, and photos at NHIAA.org for your chance to win $100 to further your community work from Eastern Propane. John Collins with Tom King. I think both of us a little bit surprised about the situation right now. 12-8 Merrimack Valley.
12-8 Merrimack Valley after 3.
And considering what we were talking about, the regular season matchup, a 16-6 victory by the Tomahawks over the Merrimack Valley Pride. That script has been flipped. But a win to open the fourth quarter on the draw. She doesn't know it's on the turf. Ava Martin had it taken away from her. Knocked free from behind.
Merrimack Valley needs to get somebody wide to run to help out the forward.
And that's happened one too many times for the Merrimack Tomahawks, where they get a defensive stop or a face-off win, and then they give up possession almost immediately on a turnover.
This has been a fantastic game.
The outcome very much in doubt as we play with 11:20 left to go in the fourth quarter, even though
I think
the Valley's up by 4.
I think we're going to see some drama that we didn't predict when we play in this fourth quarter. There's nothing that creates more drama than a desperation situation, and that's what Merrimack has got right now.
With the higher seed down, a team that is capable of going on runs. That's a turnover.
And there's a turnover right there. Can't do that.
Looked like somebody stuck a stick in front of a defender. It's kind of like an interference play away from the ball. Downfield comes the Tomahawks with some speed, taking it out on the wing. And with it, 25, Peyton Trepany. Back to the top to Riley Taylor, and around the edge it goes. Jackie Hayes gives it back to Ava Martin.
Must goal here.
Ava Martin, number 10.
I know that's hard to say when you can score so much, but
in the
really
middle,
need it.
Off the post, you can hear it up here.
Yep.
And it ricochets still.
Yep.
Merrimack Tomahawk ball. Quality shot, just an inch or two too far to the left. As the Tomahawks must feel they have to come up with some kind of special delivery to get it past a very hot goaltender in Taylor Giannette. She's had some great stops in this one, mostly up top. That's on the turf.
Yeah, it's on the turf because of the contact, so it's going to be a free position for Merrimack.
For Ava Martin. Oh,
and
crowd still buzzing about that goal at the end of the third quarter by Alyssa Broder. That ripper up high. Can Ava Martin return the favor here on the free position restart?
She can. She's got a lot of room.
She tried to go low, and a great stop right at her right foot.
To go low. And
it was. She's covering all quadrants of the net right now, Tom.
I was told that she's pretty good, so I hadn't seen her play before. She's got 5 saves in this half, John. She is the story for the Valley right now.
Alyssa Broder on the move.
She can make a move. She can't make a move around the defense, so she's going to have to go back.
She's going to set up shop behind the Tomahawk goal. And again, the clock, even at this point in the game, is the Valley's friend. Up 4 with just under 9 minutes to go. I mean, if they score and take a few minutes off the clock.
If they score, they'll match their biggest lead.
They're going right for the shot. A stick-to-stick save on Alyssa Broder by Sophia Richard.
That was a big save because that was one of those layups that Merrimack Valley had converted a lot in this game. They didn't do it that time, and now Merrimack's going to come down and try to score quickly.
Peyton Trapani on a sprint gets the ball
Remember that
deep.
save, John.
Could be the key play.
It could be.
Especially if the Tomahawks go on a run here. Trailing by 4 goals.
They have an open shot.
Goal! And she went up in the Alyssa Broder territory. A great shot cutting in from the right side by number 25, Peyton Trapani. Wow, that's not easy to do when you're running to hit a corner that precisely, but she did, and it is a 12-9 game.
Wow, what happened there was Jeanette didn't expect the shot as quickly as it came, and she was kind of sliding over a little bit to try to cut the angle off, but she hadn't done it in time, and it was a great shot by Trapani to beat the goaltender to the spot.
Ella Frink versus Ava Martin. Ella Frink comes away with it.
Big draw win, but now Merrimack Valley's got to convert. They cannot sit on this lead.
Ella Frink was thinking about just running down and shooting, and she says she throws it into an interception.
That's a bad turnover, but a great play for Merrimack.
Terrific, and able to get it over midfield too. Number 7, what a great play for the Tomahawks.
Tell you what,
Alexis Bell.
If they score here, I'm calling time. Save.
Wow, big save. Just in another one.
But you know what she didn't do? She didn't catch it.
She didn't secure it. Yep. Rebound. Tomahawks have another bite of the apple here. 12-9. They come up with the defensive interception. They are stopped by the goaltender inside, and it's anybody's ball loose on the turf. Riley Taylor trying to get it, but it's going to be the Valley that gets it. Merrimack Valley to the goaltender. Got fouled behind the net.
Still, they've got to get it. They've got to get it out, and I think Merrimack's going to try to do it. Well, Merrimack's kind of backing off a little bit.
Yep. Now Trapani closes the gap, trying to steal it from behind.
She's got to run through.
Knocks it free, but that's a foul. They say it's
right.
a slash. Too much contact on the stick.
Oh,
that's a throwaway, and it's a turnover out of bounds. No. Now it is.
Now it's a turnover.
Well, it's a that.
Oh, wait, no! They pointing the other way.
I don't get that one.
I think she probably bodied her off and then got to get the position, and that's what they're saying.
Inside, all alone, goal. Bounced it past a helpless Sophia Richard. And it is the player that's sprinting towards the middle of the field right there. So, piling up the goals still, it's the player right there on the hash mark between the 40 and the 45. Can we read that number? 11. Thank you, Kyle. So 11 for the Pride is Kaya Mercier that put that past Sophia Richard from about 5 feet away, just bounced it on the turf. And it's a 13-9 lead.
Almost halfway through the quarter.
Doesn't look good for the Tomahawks.
They can score quickly.
But they need the ball, of course.
And
it's so elusive. It's still on the turf, and Merrimack Valley
Merrimack's
nearly got it. Ava Martin comes away with it.
That's what you want. The senior is able to pick up the ground ball. Merrimack Valley is not very good at ground ball pickups.
Trapani gets leveled.
Yep. If you have the ball, John, it reminds me of those games we do for National ETV, the biddy basketball games, the junior biddy games.
Yeah.
If you got the ball, you're going to be tackled. That's what's going on here today.
I think the turf is still wet. You could see that those rubber pellets were probably sticking.
You're right.
To Peyton Trapani, and she's trying to brush him off.
This is a keep things alive possession, because it's 5:42.
Yeah.
They've been running the clock during these free position times.
And she misses, and it's that great goaltending that kind of intimidates the shooters to try for something
that they normally don't aim at, right?
And the thing I find intimidating about the way Taylor Giannette dresses is she's got almost like pajama pants on that plum, and the message is I can make saves in my sleep. That's what it is.
There you go. That's a good line. I like it. Yeah, we got a whistle and another foul. So now it'll be another free position from the right angle. And let's see.
Also probably takes the edge off those bare skin saves, right, Tom? That's a goal. Going down low to effect that time. I believe that was 22. Ava Lee Woods. Well-placed shot as you need to make against this fantastic goaltender for Merrimack Valley. And it's a 13-10 game now. As
every possession now very critical. Every draw critical. You've got 4:55 to play.
Convenient MD is your go-to for quality urgent care, reliably fast treatment that gets you back in the game. With 40 locations and counting, you're never far from the care you need with Convenient MD. Find a clinic at convenientmd.com. What's the whistle for?
The whistle is going to be against Merrimack. So Merrimack Valley gets a break. Can they take advantage of it?
Merrimack Valley on the attack.
They're going to need to score more than 13 to win this game, John
Really?
Collins.
All right. On record that
they're going to need another goal, I think, at least.
The Tomahawks going to score at least 3
I
more
think
before
Merrimack,
this is over.
You can score 3 goals in about 20 seconds if you're Merrimack.
With the added sense of urgency that your season is on the line.
And their ability to score 13-10. Wow, what a game.
On the turf, the Tomahawks desperately wanted to get a closer game, and they do get the whistle.
That's another MV turnover. They've turned the ball over twice now.
Good defensive work by Olivia Mitchell. Off of the bump, they'll play advantage. They'll play on. Sydney Capin with it. Capin into the corner. Hands it back to Trepany. Her pass is batted down. Trepany trying to get it back.
And a foul could be on Merrimack.
It could be, and it is.
Yep, so the Valley's going to have it.
A body check there by the Tomahawks. They give it back to their goaltender to...
Of course, that was such a key play if you go back when Merrimack Valley scored the goal with the push from behind right down there. And another turnover on the loose ball at the far sideline.
Almost a turnover.
That was a key call when the...
Yeah, Merrimack Valley benefited from a turnover like that, Tom, but they've managed not to give up any gift goals.
Oh, but this is going to be tough. You've got to get it out of your territory. You've got to be able to catch the ball, and you've got to be able to pick up a grounder if it's loose.
You're putting the pressure on Lila Carls on the ball carrier, and it's on the turf, but let's see what we have. That one's going against. No,
they want him to come back and start.
Time out for an injury, parent injury.
No,
back to
I
her
think
feet.
the foul call was not a continuation play, so they want them to start.
There you go, yeah.
From a certain spot. There was no injury.
Just maybe a shake-up.
But I'm wondering, when are we going to see some timeouts?
Not many at all in this game.
The board says 1 left, 1 each, but I think they got to have 2, don't they?
They get 2 per half. They should.
They should, yeah. I don't remember timeouts in the quarters. This is a tough play.
Ashlyn Fortier runs into a triple team, loses the ball.
Exactly. That's the thing. Up.
Timeout? Oh, no.
No.
Out of bounds?
No, out of bounds. Yep. Look at this. Merrimack's defense is not allowing them to get it even halfway.
Yeah, it's such a judgment call when you see stick contact and the ball come loose. They do allow a modicum of contact.
Oh, that's a sloppy pass again.
Riley picks it up.
Look at that.
And passes it up ahead.
Gift for Merrimack. Let's see if they can take advantage of this one. They have a player open. She's going to go in all alone.
Hayes stopped. Stick-to-stick save by...
She slams her stick down in frustration. I don't blame her.
Taylor Giannette with possibly the game-winning save right there with under 2 minutes to go. Puts her team back on transition on offense. Charging downfield, Sydney Bailey with it.
Wow, the clock has moved fast.
There's very little time left in this game now considering the 3-goal difference on the scoreboard. And a team that's leading has the ball and no room can be given. They need to get on that ball and create turnovers. And the Valley content to just walk around with it in space.
Tick, talk.
You got to press the ball no matter where it is.
Exactly. I just run around if I'm Merrimack Valley. Yep. Foul called, say stop it.
1:06 left.
I just go back and forth.
Yeah, time running out on the Tomahawks season.
I really don't want to pass the ball if I can avoid it. They are just sitting on it. We're under a minute to play. And Merrimack can't call time. They don't have the ball. Oh, I wouldn't. This is tough. I wouldn't want to run out. You run out, you give Merrimack a chance to steal it and run down the field. Merrimack, boy, this is a huge upset, and there's another foul. Let's see.
Yep. 35 seconds left now. It's looking academic at this point.
Boy, isn't it though?
Yeah, the Valley is going to come up with an upset here by all appearances with 35 seconds left and the ball deep in the Tomahawks' end.
Unbelievable.
And a penalty call there against Merrimack. As going to the box is Jackie Hayes.
Yep, so they're man down. Merrimack scored once already with a man down. But Merrimack Valley, clock is their friend, and they're embracing it. This is tough for the Tomahawks.
Yep, tough way to go out.
Yep, but it looks like that's what's going to happen. You know what?
Player of the game, Tom, is the Merrimack Valley netminder, Taylor Giannette. She's been unbelievable.
Yep, this is going to be it. They're going to run it out, and that's the game.
And they are a team
17 seconds to play.
They're a team to be a bit feared by Winnicott with that goaltender in the final, I think.
Push anything they can do to stop it. They're not going to be able to. This is going to be tough, boy. Unreal.
8 seconds. Allison Brodeur just
throws it up in the air. The clock goes out, and that's it.
And the Merrimack Valley Pride will celebrate an upset victory here, the 3 seed over the 2 seed in the New Hampshire Division II semifinals. And the Merrimack Tomahawks, the best players, their upperclassmen, are devastated that this is where the season ends, as they certainly had the talent to move on. But you talk about a goaltender who's just on that day. And that was Taylor Giannette for Merrimack Valley. Just a tremendous performance, taking at least 10 goals away from the Tomahawks.
Incredible.
They might have scored against another goaltender.
All right, John Collins down. I have to go to do the job. So it's been a pleasure working with you here at NFHS.
Yes, welcome to NFHS. As we watch the celebrations down on the field. I want to thank our sponsors, including Granite State Dairy Promotion, who supports student athletes and our hard-working athletic trainers. Learn more about how we're recognizing athletic trainers at NHIAA.org. Then get a glass of low-fat chocolate milk with 8 grams of natural protein ready for your athlete. Aroma Joe's, another sponsor for NFHS Sports, the NHIAA, and Aroma Joe's would like to thank our championship volunteers and officials. Visit aromajoes.com to check out the menu and find a location near you. For Tom King, I'm John Collins, and our cameraman, the highlight guy, Steve Code. Today's NFHS Girls D2 Semifinal lacrosse game was brought to you by the highlight guy in conjunction with NFHS Network. We'd like to thank Ryan Brown, Athletic Director at Bishop Girton, and Zach Nelson for their hospitality and setting us up for this live stream. We'd also like to thank our friends at the NFHS Network, Dave Blanchard and Don Boyle, and all the staff working behind the scenes. We value our partnership with them and would not be here today bringing you NHIAA playoff action without their support. For Steve Code, our executive producer, Tom King on color commentary, I'm John Collins. It has been a pleasure bringing you today's D2 NHIAA semifinal. Good afternoon from Stellos Stadium, and take care, everybody.